All right, well, welcome everyone tonight. Super excited to see all of your beautiful faces on here. I want to begin with just a quick recap of what we've covered since the beginning of 2019, just to bring it back to your forefront of your memory if you've been like crazy busy and have kind of forgotten where we're going with our businesses. We talked about choosing our life word or your yearly word, and if you haven't done that, I highly recommend it. It keeps us really focused on where we want to go. Next, last week we talked about, and the week before we talked about goals. Remember, if you don't have your goals written out, you're more than likely not going to accomplish them because you'll be all over the place. So you have to write down our goals and then write out the roadmap to get to where we want to go. And so if you haven't done, or if you haven't written your goals for 2019 yet, I want you to write your goals and then get with your sponsor or one of your upline and share that with them so that they know exactly how to coach you and assist you in reaching your goals for 2019. Another thing that we talked about was the reduced qualifications to reach district manager this month. And I hope those who are at the consultant level are taking advantage of this reduced qualifications. It's $3,500 in the month of January. And when you reach that QV, then come February 1st, you will be a district manager. So we have 11 days left in the month. It is totally possible to get from where you are right now to 3,500 in 11 days. You just have to set that as your goal and be very focused on it. It doesn't mean you have to work Arbonne every single day for 11 days, but it does mean that you need to have huge focus on what you want to obtain and be sure that you talk to enough people to reach that QV number. And then last week we talked about 40 faces because it is talking to 40 people every month. And when I say talking to, that means sharing the Arbonne business, sharing the Arbonne products, sharing your story, and then closing them, whether they say yes or whether they say no. And if they say yes, great, they're going to be a preferred client or a consultant, or they're going to host for you. If they say no, that's not the end. You just put their name down 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months from now in your planner, and you revisit them because you never know what people are going through at the time that they tell you no. And I move all of my no's to a couple months further down the road and just, tell them I'm circling back around again. I would love to share Arbonne with you. Would you sit down and have coffee with me, or would you come to an event? So, and until they just say, don't bother me again, I'm going to keep asking them because I know that Arbonne, the business opportunity and the products, can be life-changing, and I wouldn't be asking them if I didn't think it would change their life. All right, so 40 faces every single month. If we are talking to 40 people every month, our businesses are going to grow. And so our focus tonight is going to be on sponsoring, because we know that sponsoring is the lifeline, the lifeblood of our business, whether it's sponsoring for clients or sponsoring independent consultants. Our goal is to sponsor 5 new every single month. That's a minimum for anybody. 5 new, that's what each one of us sets as our goal, is sponsoring 5 new people, whether it's preferred clients or consultants, every single month. And this is how we grow. And it takes about 40 faces to sponsor between 5 and 10 people. It takes 40 faces. That's why that 40 face number is there, because we know Arbonne's been around for 39 years now, and it's just a fact that it takes asking and communicating with that many people to get 5 to 10 faces for people to, for 5 to 10 people for them to say yes to you, either as a preferred client or a consultant. And so with saying that, I have asked Sherry Teeter to speak with us tonight, because Sherry is probably one of the most outgoing consultants on our team, who ask people very consistently to join her business or to try the product. So I wanted Sherry to share with us on how she asked. So Sherry, take it away.
See, I'm on my phone, so there, I am muted. Okay, great. Hey, everybody. So everybody here has their own little way of sponsoring, and I don't think there's a bad or a good way. I think that everybody has a different, technique, or whether, you have to do whatever's comfortable to you. And I haven't necessarily had, I don't have any working consultants. As you can see, they're not on this Zoom, right? But it's like Kim said, we had a conversation just the other day. It's a numbers game, and we all know that. And so one of these days, if I just keep asking, it's going to work. I know it is. It's coming. But I have 3. I'm just going to try to be really brief, and I know anybody that knows me, that's really going to be hard. But 3 ways that I do it, because it depends on the situation, right? So I do a lot of asking for people that I've just met, like in a store, in a boutique, working out, running. I actually sponsored 2 people, that I met running down the street. So one running down the street, one was from, working out with. But anyhow, and it's just kind of like you see something on them, and I just really do want to have a conversation with them. So that's how I started up. And then as you speak to them for a few minutes, you realize, hey, you guys have all known this. I think this person could be a good fit for Arbonne. So I will just, it's kind of like the, get over your damn self type thing, would I be completely crazy? What I say is, I know this is going to sound really weird, but just in the few minutes I've had this conversation with you, I feel like we're like-minded. We like to do the same things. Obviously, we're out here doing that. Would you mind? Would it be, I don't usually say crazy. I just say, I would love to share this with you. Would you like to take a look at what I do and the great products? I'm sure you're all about, living healthy. I can see you're outside. Would you like to take a look at the opportunity and the products? And if nothing else, it may or may not be for you, but hey, we could sit down and have a glass of wine or a cup of coffee or whatever, and there could be a friendship over it. We could hang out and work out together. So that's how I do that one. And actually, I think I've been fairly successful at that. I've met people at a bar in the airport that way, and I've had one-on-ones with all these people. So, and they actually have all maybe said no right now, but I still think they're a possibility. So, and then there's the ones where, like a preferred client, you have a preferred client, and what I want to go forward with Arbonne in this year in 2019 is the value of Arbonne. I want to show people the value. And, and in the one case, if you're a preferred client, it's like this month. Oh my goodness. I have my neighbor, she just to give an example, she is thinking about going back to work after being home with the kids. And all of a sudden, she's always just never wanted to even think about it. But, she did a one-on-one with Laura and I, or a 3-way call. Anyhow, and so I'm like, hey, it's kind of a no-brainer this month. For $20, you can, sign up as a consultant, take a look at it. You don't have to take a part-time job and, decide, oh no, I made a bad decision. I'm not having enough time with my kids. You can work the business, and what's the worst you could get? You place a couple $100 order, right? And you get like 6 gifts, like earlier this month, right? And you get 35% off the rest of the year. I mean, so it's like a no-brainer, right? So that's the way I kind of approach it with a preferred client. And even if you get a consumer consultant could be a working consultant when their life changes, when something changes in their life. So that's always a good place to swing back around, like Kim said, and say, hey, now may be the time, when it wasn't before. You want to take a peek now. So the third one this is my toughest one, and this is the one I'm always afraid of. Like, it's really almost easy to ask people you don't know, because you're like, hey, I don't have to ever see them again if they say, it doesn't matter, right? But the third one is the one that I need to really concentrate on, because this is where I think everybody could have great success, right? It's your chicken list. It's the one that's a success. It's a successful person. It's a Kim Cardenas. she's a doctor's wife. She's not going to want to do this, right? Right? I mean, it's that kind of thing. How about Amy Chappell? She's a chemist? So, or whatever. You just kind of think, you meet these people, right? And you're thinking, oh, their life is perfect, But if you start listening to them, and that's the big thing, listen, you'll hear them complaining about the time, and as you get to know them a little bit better. So these are people that I know, that are attorneys or whatever. So those are the ones that I have a hard time with. So when I do get my brave on, which always has to be first thing in the morning, because come 3 o'clock, I'm like, oh no, I can't do that now. It also has to be after I've listened to a lot of music and worked out a lot, and I'm in my happy place. It's like, and get the toughest thing done in the morning, right? I always have to get the toughest thing done in my regular job and an Arbonne in the morning. So, but when I finally do get my brave on, and I think it's appropriate, that's what I just call them up and I go, I just feel like I've gotten to know you so well, but I listen to you, and you really are, your time, you're spending so much time doing this and that, and you're missing out all this time. I hear you talking about it, complaining all the time. And really, that's one of the main reasons I joined Arbonne, because of the time management. And, if we work together, we can both achieve our dreams, whatever they are. Arbonne can be the vehicle going forward for whatever it is you want to do. If you want to spend time, go on vacations, you can earn vacations. It just, I'd love to share this, more in depth. I think that you really would be good at it, and I can see that in you. And, so, just kind of along those lines. And can we just get together and talk about it? And like I said, nothing else, we just get to know each other a little bit better. And, so that's about it. But, that's the thing is that we really do need to share that with those people. It's like, that's what it's all about. So I have to get my groove on, get excited, and be passionate about whatever it is specifically that you are, and get your brave on and do that. I mean, and somebody's going to say yes, and someone's going to be your Amy Chappell. Someone's going to be your Kim Cardenas, Renee Combine, Brenda Fouts, Laura Lockwood, Tara. I mean, I could just go on and on. Everybody on this call, Krista, Stacy. I can't see all your faces because I'm on my phone, so I don't know who's on this call. So anyhow, I think that's it in a nutshell, but I just really think that I'm going to focus on the value of Arbonne. I don't think that I really did that last year. And I text a few of you, my favorite newest SoundCloud was, what are you waiting for? And that's where I am right now. It's like, what the heck have I been waiting for? It's like, I am, I'm just all in. And my word, by the way, is faith. And how I know that, because all these signs keep coming up. Renee was with me when I saw something that said faith. And I just walked into my friend's house tonight, and on her oven door is a towel that says faith. So.
Perfect.
So anyhow, thanks.
Thank you, Sherry. That was excellent. And again, just like Sherry said, there is no right or wrong way. We all ask others to take a look at our business, to try our products, in different ways. You have to do what's comfortable for you. But the important thing is that we have to ask. We have to ask people, because most people are not going to come up to us and say, I want to do what you're doing, or I want to use what you're using. We have to initiate that. So we have to get out of our own way. As Sherry said, we have to get over ourselves and get out there and ask people. So when we're asking people, what are we asking? There are many things we can ask, but we should always lead with the business. And I remember early on in my business, I did not lead with the business because I wasn't comfortable leading with the business. So I led with the products. I led with 30 Days to Healthy Living. And that's okay until you get comfortable with the business. But the quicker you get comfortable with leading with the business, the quicker your business will grow, because we know sponsoring independent consultants is the key to growth in our businesses. So the quicker you can get there, the quicker you can get confident in asking people to take a look at this business, the quicker your business is going to grow. So what do we ask people to do? We ask people to join the 30 Days to Healthy Living. We ask people to host a party. We have our own healthy happy hours, and did I say that right? And ask people to join the 30 Days to Healthy Living. We ask people to take a look at this business. So that's leading with the business first. And so one of the best ways, once you ask somebody to take a look at the business, is to invite them to a three-way call. And so I want to get back to this rock star method of asking people to join our business. We kind of took a break after most of us read Get Over Your Damn Self. We really went to using the three-way call, and we did excellent with the three-way call. We've kind of laid back off of that. So what I want to do going forward to finish out January and into February, I want us to really utilize this tool, the three-way call. Invite people to take a look at this business and come to a three-way call with you and your sponsor, or with you and somebody in your upline, so that we can build our team. So let's really focus on that for the next week, and then for the month of February. And so what I want to do is I want to challenge everyone to have one three-way call every week, to schedule one three-way call every week. And if you're a superstar, you will schedule 2 three-way calls every week. And if you consistently schedule 2 three-way calls between now and the end of February, I have something really special for you. You know, most of you guys know I moved, and so I've consolidated 2 houses of Arbonne stuff, and I came across some really cool gifts that I had tucked away. And so I want to give those away to you. So I want to 2 calls a week through the end of February, and you're going to get something really, really cool. So anyway, that's my challenge to you. Our other challenge is still going on, the reduced qualifications. Become a district manager by the February 1st, and you and your sponsor get to pick out a piece of Kendra Scott jewelry. So that's still going on. I just threw out another one for you, a 3-way call challenge. And so, you know, when you're leading with the business, you can do it with the 3-way call. You can ask people to join you on a Dream Team Zoom, and I would be happy to do a Dream Team Zoom with any of you guys. Or you can ask people to join you for a one-on-one appointment. It can be Zoom, or it can be face-to-face, and where you present the Is Arbonne for You document. So those are 3 ways you can lead with the business with your asking people, you know, to take a look at this. And then the 5th thing that we do is that we also ask people to sample a what we call a pamper pack, you know, or which is the RE9 set, you know, have them take it home and try it for 3 days. That's another ask. And I don't want us to forget, I mean, we as a team pretty much focus a lot on the 30 Days to Healthy Living, but I don't want us to forget about the other 50% of our Arbonne businesses, which is, you know, personal care and skin care. And so I have asked Angel to share with us tonight, you know, an interesting fact or two about Arbonne skincare lines or personal care lines. She just finished a few weeks ago wrapping up 30 Days to Healthy Looking Skin. And so I know when she was getting all the information for that together, that she came across some real gems. So I asked Angel to share those with us. So Angel, you're on. Oh, let me unmute you.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, super. Okay, Sherry, that was so good. I took all of that because you're just so natural in the way that you just talk to people. And I want to tell y'all something very interesting. I'm a little bit freaking out. This goes back to the very beginning of what our responsibility is as consultants, is to stop using products that Arbonne, stop using products that we've been using that Arbonne already carries. We need to use Arbonne products. and start using the Arbonne products and then share them. Well, out of the blue, let me tell you, I've been working on this young lady's mama for a couple of years now and trying to, get her to try Arbonne. Her daughter called me. She's a U of A student. She texts me and she says, "Hey, Miss Angel, what are you doing tomorrow? I don't have any school." And I said, "Nothing, sweetheart. What do you think? You want to come over and hang out with me?" And she said, "Yeah, I wanted to make some of those Arbonne protein balls." I'm like, "What?" So I'm going to use this whole time. We're going to make her some protein balls so she can take back to school. And I'm going to ask her, I'm going to get my brave on because I'm scared of her mama. I'm going to get my ask on and see if she'll let me come and, share Arbonne with some of her dorm girls. So you just never know. Unexpected things happen. They really, really do. But that was a great surprise. So anyway, my point of all of that is that I'm glad that I have some protein shake mix and some other things in my cabinet because I'm running a little low. So when Kim asked me to share a little bit about just a quick nugget about skincare, I also thought, you know what, I'm going to share a couple of products to go along with this little fact. Most of you know that our skin is our largest organ, and so it's very important that we take care of it. And so here's the fact: a person has about 300 million skin cells, and I had no idea. And if you want to break that down a little bit further, each square inch contains about 19 million skin cells. And so what happens with those skin cells is that they die, and so they turn over. And as we age, it takes longer for those skin cells to turn over and renew. So we are so blessed to have the Arbonne products. And so I want to talk about, one, how important it is to manually exfoliate. And so Arbonne has a couple of manual exfoliants, and one is our new prep work line, and that's called our cleansing polish. And basically an exfoliant is what those little tiny particles that you feel in the product, and that helps to gently remove those dead skin cells. And so our skin, if you think about it, is like shingles on a rooftop, and so they kind of go downwards in layers. And so when we apply these exfoliants, we want to go in an upward motion, in a circular, and just be real gentle with that. And so Arbonne, we are so blessed because we literally have like the top premium lines. They're like high-end professional ingredients, and so that's why they're not on the shelf. We probably couldn't afford them if they were in a storefront, if they were at Dillard's or anything like that, or Neiman Marcus. So we are so blessed, and that's why our job is so important, because we can save money on all that advertisement. So talking about the prep work line, is gentle enough that you could use that 2 times a day. And so I know that Arbonne really wanted to target our 20s and 30s and our older teen girls with that prep work line, but I also use that, and it's gentle enough that we can use it 2 times a day. I just use it 1 time a day. I like to keep it in my shower and exfoliate in the morning. Anyway, it's just going to remove those surface dead skin cells. Another product is our Genius resurfacing pads, and those you would only use at night. You guys are really familiar with that, but those pads, they are miracle workers for us who are, they say, like, I don't know, they recommend between the 30s, and if you're over 50, everybody should have the Genius Ultra pads or the Genius resurfacing pads as part of their skincare regimen. But this works at a little bit deeper of a level, and it works like a Retin-A without those irritants and side effects, because you can only get Retin-A with a prescription. So it also has ingredients that include like antibacterials and also anti-inflammatories. And that works on the dermis of our skin, which is actually the layer beneath our epidermis, which is what we see. So that's kind of like works on the what they call it, the mattress pillow top surface. But I want to talk about our star product, in my opinion, after I was doing a little bit more research, is our cellular renewal mask. And obviously, I'm not using that enough. And after what I've learned about it, I'm going to be using this sucker once to twice a week. This helps resurface the skin. This is when we get into using like the acids and the enzymes. They really work deep into our skin. And this helps with the exfoliants. We want to use the exfoliants so that our products, the Arbonne's amazing products, will penetrate deep into our skin, and we'll get those results a lot faster. But anyway, I want to talk about the cellular renewal mask for just a second. This product's going to help loosen those dead skin cells and help with the cell turnover. Helps clear and open clogged pores, helps with acne, kickstarts new skin cell renewal, penetrates deeper, helps the pores appear smaller. It also provides an anti-inflammatory. Now, the niacin, so if you've noticed with our mask, the niacin is it's those B vitamins that's going to kind of turn us that pink, that fleshy pink. That's actually a good thing. And they said that because it brings the blood to the surface, the skin surface, and it helps to oxygenate the skin. Also stimulates DNA repair, speeds up skin cell turnover, and boosts hydration. And so basically, in a nutshell, guys, we have all the tools in our toolbox to help our clients have the absolute most beautiful skin. But I want to end lastly on this, that when a person comes to you with skin problems or skin issues, it really is just a reflection of what's going on deeper into their body. And we know that with our 30 Days to Healthy Living. And so I want to recommend the Digestion Plus. So there you go. That's it.
Beautiful. Thank you, Angel. I mean, that was a lot of information. Thank you. Loved it. Loved it. Because, I know I get so focused on our 30 Days to Healthy Living, I tend to forget the facts about our skincare. And this is it is so wonderful to be able to, when you're talking to somebody, to be able to pop off those facts about our skincare. So thank you, Angel. Appreciate that. All right. So I just want to open up here. Before I close, does anybody have any questions or any particular topics that they want to discuss before we jump off here tonight?
I always want to say something.
Yes, Anna.
I just want to say that I think so many people are missing out when they don't do these Zooms.
Yes.
I mean, it's surprising because I have had, everybody knows I've had a very hard week. It's been a hard month, but this week's been exceptionally hard. I had to drag myself away from this football game that I'm still watching, keeping up with the score on my iPad. If anybody wonders, it's tied right now. But I came here and I draw energy from y'all, and y'all really make me feel excited about Arbonne and just getting up in the morning and seeing what's going to happen. And all day yesterday, I kept thinking, I would love to sit down across the table from Sherry Teeter and find out what she's doing and how she's asking people. I really would like to sit down. And I come in here and I sit down and I'm sitting across the table from Sherry Teeter. So, I mean, where else can you do that? So it just amazes me that more people don't plug in. I just, it would be really easy just to go to bed because I get up so early. And I know like Renee, it's really hard. She's on the East Coast, so she's up late. And it really is worth the effort.
Anna, thank you so much for saying that, because absolutely. And again, if you're in Arbonne long enough, you will know if you plug in, that means you're working your business consistently. And when you plug in and you work your business consistently over time, you will reach the top of the company. I mean, I'm one of those people, this is January is my 10-year anniversary with Arbonne. I am no different than any of you guys. I just plugged in. I work my business consistently. And in a few years, less than 10 years, I rose to the top, almost to the top of the company. I will be an MVP because I'm not stopping, because I will consistently be here and asking people to join our team, to join our team, to join our business, to do this, because this I love. Going to work, when I go to work at 8:30 on a Sunday night, I love it because I love seeing all your beautiful faces. I love all of your energy. So Anna, thank you so much for bringing that up. And Anna, yes, you've been in our prayers, and you have had an extremely tough week. And just kudos to you for showing up tonight. And you, girlfriend, your team, your everything is just right around the corner, because you are one of the most consistent plugging in and most consistent showing up and doing the do. You do it. And, you keep doing what you're doing, and you're going to be at the top of this, of Arbonne. You're going to take your business where you want it to go. So thanks, Anna. So does anybody else have anything that they want to share or talk about tonight?
Kim, I had a quick question.
Yes, Whitney.
On the Genius Ultra pads,
yes,
I have had issues with it myself, and I've had other people that have tried them for a little bit have the same issues. What do you say to people when they break out, when they first start using them, even if they start slow, like once a week? What's the best kind of response to that?
And Whitney, I agree. When I first started using the Genius pads, I broke out also. And so I don't use them every day. And if I tend to have a breakout, like every 3 or 4 months, I'll tend to have a breakout, I will back off of them. But I only use them like twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week. But I believe because they do have moisturizers in it. It is oily. I mean, if you can tell when you use them, it does have an oily film to it. People who are just prone to oilier skin, prone to breakouts, will, might break out a little bit more than, say, others who have a drier skin. But I will say, as I have gotten older, and I do hate to mention that, but but my skin has gotten drier, and I do much better with them now than I did when they were produced. So as your skin matures, not get older, as your skin matures, you need them more, and they actually do really benefit you, because the one thing that Angel mentioned, as we get older, our exfoliation of our upper layers takes longer. And so that's why we look like when you get older, you have drier skin, dulled complexion. And so that's why you want to use the Genius pads, is to increase the exfoliation, to get rid of those dull top layer of cells, to show the young moisturized cells that are underneath of it. So they're going to be excellent choices for older, mature. I didn't say that. Mature women, those who are younger, if they tend to be more oily, they may have a little bit, they may struggle a little bit with them. So, just recommend that they don't use them every night. But the benefit, if they're just getting a few breakouts here and there, the benefit to them is much greater than them having to deal with, just a small amount of breakout here and there. So that's
okay.
Let me add to that, Whitney. I've got a couple of clients too that they do have naturally oily skin, and they only use them. They backed off of the nightly and only use them once or twice a week, like Kim was saying. But in order for them not to dry out and them not to run out, and for them to see those benefits, have them use them on areas that are dry. I use them on my shins because I don't know what happened, but I'm starting to look like a peeling snake, and right above my kneecaps. And oh my gosh, let me tell you, it looks like my skin is reversing. True story. I wish I would have taken a before and after. I use that every night so they don't dry out, because I've wasted half of a jar because they dried out. So have them use them on dry areas of their skin, whether that be their knees, elbows, heels of their feet, shins, or above the knees.
Okay. I never would have thought about using it anywhere but my face.
Fabulous.
Okay.
That's great. Great.
And
Great.
I can kind of chime in on that too. I'm an oily skin person, big time. I use them most nights, but I never use the night cream, and I sparsely use the day cream. And I use the day cream when I need sunblock, honestly. I rarely use a cream, so I'm just using the Genius Ultra Pads with my serum, and then my, I want to call it a dildo. What is it called? Genius Ultra Device. So yeah, eye cream, serum, my device. So yeah, I would say if they are using it, then don't do the night cream or any kind of cream on your face afterwards.
Okay.
Moisture, for me at least, and I'm a very oily skinned person.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's great, Renee. That was hilarious. But I have to tell you, I left my Genius Ultra plugged up in my kitchen when I had all these workmen in here this past week. And then I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm just dying what they were thinking about it as they're working on my house. But, I didn't think anything about it when I did it. But yeah, when you said that, I was like, oh yeah, I wonder what they were thinking.
Hey guys, can Annie say hi really fast? She has been asking me for 10 minutes to say hi.
Yes, we would love to have
Hold
Annie.
on.
Hi.
Hi, beautiful Annie.
Hello.
Hi.
Annie.
You're so cute.
She is a sweetheart. She's a sweetheart.
She's been taking notes along with me, so.
Love it. I love it. Well, all right. Well, we've been on here a little over 30 minutes, so I just want to wrap up this evening. Thanks, everyone, for sharing tonight. Love all the interaction. It is truly one of the highlights of my Sunday is being on here with you guys. And so in closing, we were talking about asking people, to join your business. And, when we ask people to join our business, when we ask people to join our 30 Days to Healthy Living, we get better. The more we ask, the better we get. And so you just got to get out there and ask people. And don't worry about, falling over your words. Don't worry about if it sounds just right. Just ask. Because the more you ask to join your business, to try the RE9, to take it home for 3 days, to join our 30 Days to Healthy Living, the more times we ask, the better we get. And so the better we get, the more people are going to say yes. And one person can change your business. One person can change your family's life. And as an example, you all know that Georgie gets to go on the MVP Challenge trip. The one person that changed Georgie's business was Amy Chappell. Okay? And Georgie didn't even ask Amy Chappell, but Georgie stayed consistent, always showed up, and asked enough people that in her downline, somebody asked Amy Chappell to join. And so because of that, Georgie gets to go on the MVP trip. And the MVP trip every year is over the top amazing. I mean, it is number one, first class. It's the best thing. Arbonne treats you like royalty. I mean, you get it's just amazing. Like, it would be the best trip that Sherry could ever book for somebody, and then more. I mean, and that is how grand the MVP Challenge trips are. So just remember, how many people are you willing to ask to join your business, to try to join the 30 Days to Healthy Living, to try the RE9 set, to change your life? I mean, how many people are you willing to ask? To me, I'm willing to ask everybody I meet. The guys that are working on my house, my carpenters, they're doing the 30 Days to Healthy Living. Okay? My electronic guy, his wife is going to sit down with me and talk to me about the business, okay? Because hey, that's who I'm seeing right now. And I'm going to ask whoever I see, because I know that there are people out there that are going to change the face of what my business looks like. And I'm not afraid to ask. And so ask yourself, what are you afraid of? Because that person that can change your life is out there. You just have to ask enough people to find them. All right, that's it. That's all. Thank you guys tonight. Now get over there and watch the end of that game, because I'm going in there also. Again, thank you guys. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Angel. Thanks, Anna. Thanks, everyone, for all your contributions tonight. Love you all.
Bye, guys.
Good night,
Bye.
everyone.
Hi, everyone. Thank you.
Night.